Welcome. That was bad coffee. Whatever. It is what it is. It's bad coffee. I'm still drinking it. But so today, a little bit different. I want to actually get into the creative side of me. I want to basically explore my creativity. I want to see what I can do, obviously on film, audio, lighting, with the studio space that I have. And let's just see.
But you're stuck in my mind. I've been hypnotized by you. Hey, all the suffering and pain got me feeling so blue. Cause when it was us, I was never enough. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, pushing me down instead of pulling me up. So tell me what I'm supposed to do just to be alright.
I actually don't know what to talk about. Actually, I really do, but I don't know where to begin. So 2020. That's more than 220s, 320s. Well, who cares? 2020 vision. I don't know if y'all remember that meme that, in the beginning of the year, everybody was like, oh, 2020 vision. That was the slogan for this year. And unfortunately, guess what? It actually was 2020 vision. I mean, it may not be the vision that you had in mind, but there was a vision. There was a lot of things that a lot of people was exposed to, and there was a lot of things that y'all really didn't want to see. But guess what? You can't pick and choose. Actually, before you can pick and choose what you see, but now, fortunately, you see everything, or for the most part, almost everything, I guess. Who cares? But no, all jokes aside, 2020 was a vision. 2020 was something. And this is December, I believe, 3rd, 4th. I honestly, just like every other day, it just rolls into one. Today's Friday for me. And not for nothing, 2020, and I said this multiple times on so many different platforms in so many different ways. 2020 was definitely a vision for me. It allowed me to do a lot of different things that in my vision and what I wanted to do and what I wanted to accomplish literally came to pass. So with that said, 2020, hats off to you. Thank you. For a lot of other people, 2020 wasn't really a good vision year, but it definitely, or I hope that it opened your eyes up to whatever. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you continue to keep learning, because no matter what, whether it's 2021, 2022, doesn't matter. Every year should bring new obstacles, new vision, and new journey. And hopefully every year you learn something. Shit, I hope every day you learn something. But let's just talk about year to date. I hope every year that you actually take something from it. Not nothing negative, but at least something positive. If you could honestly say that your health is in good standing, guess what? Be grateful for that, because a lot of people, not for nothing, if you look at the news or read a magazine article or even on social media, you would notice that a lot of people are losing their life. And it's not just due to Corona, but just due to pretty much anything. It could due to, shootings. It could due to health complications. It can due to the unknown, to be honest. It don't have to pinpoint on one particular thing, because a lot of different variables goes into one's life. And with that said, if you are still given life, or if you still have life, be grateful. Because again, not a lot of people have that. But why I'm smiling, because 2020, like I said, a lot of people had a big vision. And not for nothing, like, I get it. Depending on your situation, 2020 probably did stop that. Or then again, 2020 probably helped you to get to your vision, or even see a vision. A lot of people was exposed to the Black Lives Matter or the injustice in the world. And I say a lot of people was exposed to it. Hear me out to the people that obviously be like, "Oh, Ty, what are you talking about? There's always been injustice in the world." You are right, Ty. You are absolutely right. I feel like I'm like talking to myself. Go figure. Um, the injustice in the world is, or it has been been around for a long period of time. It definitely was around way before I was born, depending on the viewers or yourself, depending on where you at in your time of years. You probably or maybe not have seen injustice until this year. Now, for a lot of people, injustice is a part of life. A lot others, not so much so. And there's a lot of people that was exposed to the undermines of a lot of different people or dying on the hands of the people that's supposed to be protecting us. And I'm not just saying just for the police department, but I'm talking about just anybody. It could be parents, it could be uncles, it could be family members. I'm not trying to single out just one particular type or culture or race or gender or just a title, because there's a lot of injustice, not just in the police department, but also in somebody's household. And I just want to say that. But now, or more now than ever, we are seeing or we are being witness to a lot of injustice that a lot of people's not used to. And I'm sorry to say this, and I'm sorry for y'all if y'all just now being exposed to it. Yeah, it sucks. It really, really sucks. And this is why we got to come together. This is why that for myself, I want to be a creator. I want to be a helper. Like I try my hardest to try to do right by others without losing sight on myself. At the end of the day, it's like that plane analogy. If the plane's going down, put the mask on yourself and then help others. I will always help myself first and then help others, because if I'm not in the position to help, how can I help anybody else? Meaning, if I'm not happy with myself or my surroundings, I'm not going to pour into people to help them out when I'm not even happy with myself. Now, and this is for the people on the flip side, if helping other people bring you happiness, by all means do that. That's awesome. But first and foremost, before I even make anybody else happy, I got to help myself. And I got to make sure that my surrounding, my inner peace, my love, my happiness is in check. And if that's not checked, or if that's not in check, I got to take a step back and focus on me first and then pour out to y'all. And this year alone has taught me that. It taught me to be patient, to first and foremost, not for nothing, like it's not like I never put myself first, but it taught me to focus on what's really important and never lose sight. Never lose sight on the end goal, because there's going to be a lot of different obstacles that's going to be put in your way. You got a couple of options. You can stop and say, "Woe is me," or basically play the fiddle and complain or point the finger at everybody in your life saying that, "Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that." Yeah, you could. You have all the rights to do that. But at the end of the day, if it's not helping you get to the next level, then you're the only one to blame. I mean, for myself, I'm not saying that my road is easy. And I'm not saying that the road that's led me to get here was easy. And I'm definitely not going to say the road ahead of me is easy. No. The only thing I can say that I'm ready for whatever to come. I'm ready to fight. I'm definitely in it for the long haul. And I'm definitely looking to see what 21 brings. Every year for me, as I woke up, I remember being on my living room floor, looking up and praying and saying, "God, give me the strength to endure what I'm about to go through." I never say, if you heard me, I never said, "Give me money, give me success, give me happy." Give me the endurance to be able to go through what I'm about to go through. Because at the end of the day, that is basically the key of success. Can you keep going when everything else around you may be falling apart, or you may not see the end goal. You may not have no money. Shit, you maybe get punched in the mouth multiple times, physically, mentally, spiritually. I mean, on all different levels. Do you have the endurance to keep going when all else fails? Because if you can say that you have the endurance, then you are ready to step in the ring. I didn't say fight yet. I said you are ready to step in the ring. Because once you get in that ring, again, you kind of still got options to jump out the ring and not take no more hits, or even just take one hit. But for myself, I remember being on my living room floor, not happy in my current situation, not happy spiritually, mentally, in my career. Just overall, I wasn't even happy with myself. I didn't even like the man that I saw, in the mirror. I didn't like him. I can care not saying that I wanted to kill myself, by all means, no. I just didn't like what I see, or I didn't like what I saw. So I did something about it. And again, when I made a conscious decision to do something about it, it wasn't like a light switch. I mean, I took time. I had to figure out what that looks like. I got to figure out, what do I want to become? What do I want to do? And it took me time. God knows it took me time. But once I got an idea, I started putting it down on paper. And I started checking off the boxes that's going to help me get to the next stage. Not the end goal, because I know my end goal, but I know I can't go from 0 to 100. So I needed to make, preparations, steps, guides to help me to get to the end goal. I wasn't going to take a big chunk out of, my plan and be like, okay, I want to go from A and go all the way down to pretty much W and kind of miss everything in between. That shit doesn't work, because I won't learn anything. Because I broke down, it's basically what I did. I did SMART goals. Basically, that's what I did. I just wrote down all my goals. Something that was attainable every single day, and then every single week, every single month, and every single year. Every day, one of my goals was, one, just wake up. First goal, bang, check that off. Second week, at least, in the beginning, at least have one of my creative content at the time be out there in the world. And this is before Facebook or YouTube or anything that I was doing now. I literally used to print little flyers and just put it in the mailbox. Every month it was more about, at least I got to do at least 1 or 2 callbacks. And then every year, at least that I wasn't in the same position that I was last year. And that's it. Very small, very obtainable. And I kept doing that over time, And then obviously I add more stuff to the list, basically going to school, basically getting all my degrees, making sure that I actually accomplish all my degrees in the timely manner that I wanted to actually accomplish, as much money I want to make, list goes on. As I got into my first destination, basically opened up my business for my fitness studio. I took 5 years to build up my name in the fitness community. And then on the 5th year, I was going to start to transition into my practice and start building my name up in my practice. And now here I am now. That was kind of quick. I just trying to fast forward to basically where I'm at now. And that's pretty much where I'm at now. I'm in the 5th year, starting to build up my practice and build up my name and have people to understand the transition, or the goal, or basically what y'all seeing was already my goal in the beginning. And this is basically, again, the iceberg. Everything that y'all seeing now was already laid out 8 to 10 years in the past. It's just now that you're starting to see it. Now you're starting to see each chunk of the iceberg showing its, I guess, ice or the mass of how big the iceberg is. And my iceberg is huge. I have a lot that I want to accomplish. And if God's willing, I hope that y'all will continue to keep rock with me and see how far my journey goes. Because at the end, I'm not going to tell you my end goal, but I just hope that y'all are still around to see what my end goal is. But I just wanted to say this, or I actually wanted to make this, is one, what is your creativity outlet, or what is your outlet to be creative? But to just shed the light on, 2020 and like the whole meme of 2020 vision. And I know 2020 probably knocked y'all in your mouth, and it's probably still knocking you in your mouth. But the question from me to y'all is, what are y'all gonna do if you keep getting hit? Are you eventually going to hit or are you going to eventually fight back, or are you just going to keep getting hit? I don't know about y'all, but first time I get hit, or honestly, I try not to get hit, but let's just say somebody land a hit on me, please believe I'm fucking them up. I'm going to fight back. So that's the same thing in life. I know some of y'all are not fighters. Obviously, it's a metaphor, but yo, sometimes you got to get in the ring, even if you don't want to, and fight back and fight for what you want. Or you can just still keep getting hit and keep complaining about everything that is going wrong in your life and not knowing that you have a lot going for you. And if you want to know what is the biggest thing that you got going for you, if I got to say it, then I'm sorry. It's your life. The fact that you are still here. You still have an opportunity to change it around, whatever situation that you're in. Life, I don't know if people got this idea that life's supposed to be easy. You can make it as easy as you want, depending on your choices in life. But if you want something, if you want to do something that's different in life, then the question is, are you ready and are you willing to endure the fights, the setbacks, the naysayers, the countless nights of worrying about, are you going to be successful? Maybe losing your job, maybe even losing your friends and loved ones or family members. And that could be mentally, spiritual, and physically. Like, the key thing is, are you ready to tackle on whatever life throws at you? Because you can easily follow the crowd. You can just blend in, do what you got to do. If that makes you happy, bet that makes you happy. But if you want to stand out, if you truly want to stand out, are you ready to stand out? And whatever that means to you. For me, I'll be honest, that's the only thing I know how to live. That's the only thing I know how to do. And that's the only way I know how to live. Sorry, that sentence previous didn't sound right. But again, 2020, 2020 vision. I know it may not be the vision that you had in mind, but it's still a vision. And rather you look at it as a negative vision or a positive vision. Like, again, I'm not really a coffee person, but hey, coffee is just going to help me get through the day. Let's just say. And damn, at this point, it's cold coffee, and I don't even like cold coffee. And you wonder why I'm still drinking it. I'll be honest. To me, it's just coffee. It's neither bad or good. It just helps me get through my day and just help me push forward. Yeah, I can heat it back up, but is it really that important? Is it really that serious that I need to heat it back up? Again, it's not life or death. It's just fucking coffee. I'll just finish it and call it a day. But again, that's more so why I'm talking about the coffee. And a coffee, again, it just be about what you focus on. Prime example, I can talk the last 5 or 6 minutes about how bad this coffee is and complain about the coffee and stuff like that. Or I can actually do something about it, meaning I can probably stop this or have y'all walk with me, go into the kitchen, heat it up, and actually have hot coffee. That is an option. Or I can just literally put it down. That's it. Sometimes you just got to put down your problems. Sometimes, or you just got to walk into the kitchen and revamp it or heat it right back up or get energized again. Basically what I'm trying to say, everything is in your hands. Whatever you want to do in life, you can do. It's totally up to you. Don't blame nobody, and it's really nobody's fault other than yourself. Whatever you want to do in life, just make sure you want to do it. As for me, I'm gonna still keep learning. I'm gonna still keep trying to create different things. I'm definitely just getting better with the lighting. I'm so happy with that because a couple of my videos wasn't really that good with lighting. I'm definitely hoping that the audio sounds a lot better over time because I spent a shitload of money on this goddamn mic. Um, but again, me, I like to sharpen up my craft, my tools, and just keep working on me. And to be honest, what 2020 honestly did for me, it just helped me see what's really important, what I have to be so grateful for. And I'll be honest, I have a lot to be grateful for. I have a lot to be thankful for. Not saying that I took shit for granted. No, I'll be honest. Yeah, I did take a lot. I did take a lot of shit for granted because I was so used to having it. I didn't really see the value in what I had. Not saying that things were taken away from me, but because the world and everything slowed down, it just helped me just see like, yo, I am very blessed in so many different ways. And I will hope that each and every one of y'all feel the same way too. And if you don't, just slow down just a little bit more and look around you and just look at the smallest things that you have in your life that honestly you probably didn't have. And if you're wondering what is that, that's not for me to tell you. You got to look around your surroundings and just be grateful and see the beauty in your own life. For me, there's a lot of beauty in my life. So, as of December and the rest of December of 2020, I'm just going to have fun for the rest of the year and keep making different videos and doing car rides. And the next thing that I have going on, honestly, on the next time you see me, I'm going to try to smoke a cigar. And I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know if I'm going to get sick or whatever the case may be, but I'm going to try. So I guess that's that. I'm going to take my coffee and I'm just going to heat it up. So I'll talk to you later. See ya.
I've been hypnotized.